Hey guys, what's up? Today I thought that I would do a quick video and review a pen that I got as a gift. Recently Father's Day just passed, and so my boys got me some art supplies. Usually I work with a specific group of pens or a specific 2 or 3 types of pens, and I don't veer off that path too much. And so I thought it would just give me an opportunity to branch out a little bit and try something new. So I'm going to be reviewing this pen right here. It's all written in Japanese except for the company. The company name is Platinum. But I looked it up online, and it is the Platinum Portable Brush Pen Souun. I don't speak Japanese. It's Souun. Number 1 black. So I guess if you're trying to check it out, look it up online under that, the Platinum brush pen. Actually, I just went to Platinum's website, Platinum Pens. It's like dot something. Just Google it, which is what I did. Anyway, we're gonna check this pen out. Here we go. All right, so here's the pen. Let's open this guy up. This is the package. You want to take a look at the package? It's all Japanese. I don't know what it says. All right, so I'm gonna take a look at this pen. Here's the. I don't know if it'll focus on this guy. Maybe not. Nah, maybe that'll give you a good idea of what the tip looks like. It's called a brush pen, but typically the brush pens that I use look more like this. And, you know, they're flexible, but we're gonna give this guy a go. To prep for it, I did a little rough sketch of the Batman who laughs. He's basically an evil Batman from an alternate universe, parallel universe. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it because I would totally let my nerd show. But anyway, he's a really cool villain to draw. He's super evil looking and menacing and dark, and so I just thought it would be cool. So we're gonna work on this guy here. Okay. So I guess since the spikes are here, make sure we'll just start. Okay, cool. Nice. It's got a good variation between thick and thin lines. Sometimes these pens, when you first start drawing it out and you lay a line down, it has like one thickness and that's it. And so it doesn't give you room to kind of like vary that thickness. But it looks like this actually does have a little bit more control. Like for instance, I can do a thick line like this, or do a thin line here if I just don't apply as much pressure. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna keep it pretty loose, as kind of is my style these days. I'm not gonna spend too much time just worrying about the details. Just to give you a little bit of background, so it's not so much just dead air. The Batman who laughs is basically like, what if the Joker had become the Batman in this alternate world or whatever. So he's really creepy and dark and creepy. The pen seems to do well even with the thick, but if I go too fast, it seems to lose a little bit of ink, like here. You guys can see that. It gets all kind of streaky, which isn't a bad thing. You can either use that to your advantage or slow down and color it in real thick like that. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. He's got some gnarly claws, which I don't know if he's actually Batman. I don't know why he has claws. I just think it means he needs to cut his nails. So maybe he just doesn't cut his nails and then he files them to a point, which is a little weird. Because he's not like a creature. It's not like the Batman Who Laughs is an animal that would need claws to like kill prey or anything. I mean, if he's super evil, I guess he could kill people, but with your fingernails? Seems a little weird to me. But anyway, he's got claws in the comic book, so I'm just going with it. Okay, so see here, whenever I draw a line a little too quick, it kind of loses ink. Which, like I said, that might be a cool effect. It doesn't bother me, really. But when you want to do some, you know, if you're doing a lot of dark work or you're doing a lot of ink, this pen might not be the one for that type of job. Anyway. He's got these like little belt buckle. They're belts with buckles on the end. I don't know who designed this costume. It does look pretty cool. I always think if you're drawing a superhero or if you're designing a superhero and you're trying to update it, like what costume choices do you have? You know, and there's like buckles, straps, ropes. This villain actually uses chains as a weapon. But like the buckles for shoulder pads, that's new. I mean, somebody digs it. I dig it. I thought he was cool. I'm drawing him, aren't I? All right, let's see here. It's weird that I'm drawing this, I think, because I'm not a dark person. I'm not like super like emo or goth or whatever the kids call it these days. But it's fun to draw dark things, is it not? It's just like, I think the mentality is almost just like, who's your favorite character in Star Wars? Well, it's always like somebody that's on the dark side. It's like Darth Vader, Darth Maul. Like, those characters look so cool. And especially if you're drawing them. They're just fun to draw. They're cool. It's much cooler to draw Darth Vader with all of his dark black stuff and his little metal box and he's got a cape. Who doesn't like to draw capes? He's just cool. So maybe it's not that I'm dark. I just like to draw villains because they're so much cooler than the heroes. Okay. See, I can went from thick to thin right there. That's nice. This pen's not bad at all. Sometimes these pens, they're not my favorite. Because I like that being able to have the choice to go thick to thin. And usually the brush pen that I showed you guys earlier works better in that regard. That's kind of its strength. But this seems to be working pretty good. And there's a couple of things I'm not quite sure. It's using India ink. I do know that. I don't know if it's refillable. which, yeah, upon inspection, looks like you can't take it apart. Because a refillable one, you can unscrew it and put in a new tube of ink in it. So I don't think this pen is refillable, and I'm not quite sure if the ink is waterproof, because that's kind of another one of my criteria, because I'll use like other brush pens with a black ink pen or with a brush pen. I'll use like, does that make any sense? I'll use other color brush pens with the black, and so if I'm outlining this part like in gray and this ink isn't waterproof, then it runs, and that's kind of a challenge. So I don't know if this is waterproof, but we can find out here in a minute. He's got these spikes over his eyes. I don't know why he can't see either. Like, does he not need his eyeballs? Does he just rely on his evil senses? You know, I don't know. And, you know, because he's the Joker, I'm going to give him some red. Some blood red lips. I'm not going to go into a bunch of detail here. It's pretty good though, this pen. I'd use it again. It's a nice little travel pen. Kind of digging it. Hold on a second, we can see. Let me see. So this is the other pen I was talking about. This is a Zig Clean Color Real brush pen, but it's gray. It's a dark gray, and I'm gonna use it, see if it makes this ink run. Oh, almost too dark to tell. Let me change this up. And it looks like, yeah, looks like it is waterproof, so that's good. That's really good. So whenever you use other colors, or if you want to do some ink washes on top of what you inked with the brush, it's not going to make that ink run. So super cool. I dig it. All right, so cool. So waterproof. Let's get some red. Oh, I'm kind of a little gruesome. Nice. Give us a little shade. Anyway, pretty cool. I think its strongest feature is that you can go from really thin. If I take it really light, I can do some really thin, light lines. And then if I do a little pressure, I can make them thin and dark, and then I can go pretty thick. And that's something these brushes usually don't deliver, so that's really nice. Also, the ink is waterproof, so that's another point for it. But it's not refillable. So, like, once you buy one, that's all you get until it runs out of ink, then you have to buy another one. but you know, I didn't look online to see if these were super expensive. I think they're only like $3 or $4, so they're pretty cheap. But yeah, nice little brush pen to take on the road. It did a pretty good job with my Batman Who Laughs. I give it a B+. It did a good job. I dig it. I'd use it again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that was helpful. Really, I'm super impressed by it, because usually I'm not. Usually the nibs, I don't expect much out of these little guys, these little disposable ones with that type of pen nib. But you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. So yeah, I'm impressed. So if you want to, you can pick that up, and it'd be great for on the road, or it'd be great for a little project. So yeah. But anyway, again, thanks for watching. Until next time we talk, take it easy, you guys.